Welcome to Retirement News Today. A recent survey by Franklin Templeton has found that Americans working with a financial advisor are twice as happy and confident in their retirement income plans than those who don't work with an advisor. And one of the hallmarks of working with an advisor is actually having a written retirement plan. My guest is David Templeton with Adage Financial Consultants in Little Rock, Arkansas. David, welcome back.
Thanks, Scott. Great to be back.
So we understand by these surveys we see every year that working with a professional, having a written plan for retirement is important, yet you still run into a lot of people who haven't done that. Why is that?
Well, Scott, it's funny you say you run into a lot of people that haven't done that, and since we've been doing written retirement plans, we've asked our new clients that come in and visit us or people wanting to try to get a written financial retirement plan to bring their current one with them. And to this date, for several years, we have not had anybody that's came to our office that already had one. Mm-hmm. And so they realized, well, I know you told us to bring this, but we didn't have one. And I said, well, let's start working on that. And the main important of it is that, we need to know exactly, what their target date for retirement is, where their income is going to be derived from, when to trigger Social Security, what other assets are going to be available. Should it be company pension plans, 401k plans, savings accounts, other investment accounts, so we can strategize on how we're going to distribute their money over their lifetime.
Mm-hmm. And I guess it's important, too, because there are many aspects of a retirement plan. And when someone is in retirement, they're looking at their investments, and they're looking at insurance, and they're looking at Social Security, and these things have beneficiaries. And, it's important to really keep all those things in line, isn't it?
Exactly. It's what's even more imperative is most people don't realize that it used to be pretty simple in the older days. 20 years ago, most people retiring, even up to 15 years ago, they basically lived off of what I refer to as a three-legged stool. One leg was Social Security. The other leg was more like a defined benefit or a guaranteed pension plan from their company they worked at. And the third leg, if they lived a more comfortable retirement, would be their personal savings. But as we've seen now that the baby boomers are retiring, they really only have one leg of the stool, which is Social Security, and they have the other main leg of the stool for retirement income is basically their 401k or 403b that pretty much they were accumulating during their working years, but they've seen the radical ups and downs of their retirement accounts. In fact, even though today is when we hit the another record high on the Dow and the S&P 500. Most people still haven't recovered all their losses for that they had all the way back for 13 years when the market went down in 99 and 2000, 2001, went down again in 2008 and 2009. They're pretty much level. So they really didn't get any significant rebound on that. Their 401k was worth a little bit more because it was contributing a little bit more to it and now they have to decide, where do I invest this money, which is the major leg of their stool, because they don't have that stable leg of their pension plan that maybe their parents or grandparents had.
And we're also looking at a lot of numbers that show that the baby boomers, again, as you said, most of them are not prepared for retirement, have not saved enough. And then you also look at people who do have the luxury of a pension. Those things are going away, so they have a defined contribution plan. But at the end, it's still really up to them to figure out a way to generate income, isn't it?
Exactly. And the survey that we've seen over two different major financial institutions done over the last couple of years, it really lights up a light bulb in my mind when they ask over 3,000 people between age 45 and 65, if they have a written financial plan or even work with a financial advisor. And the only 18% that works with a financial advisor says that they're completely happy and satisfied that their written retirement plan is going to work for them. They have less stress. They know exactly what's going on. Mm-hmm. But close to 70% don't have a financial advisor and don't have a written retirement plan, and they just really don't know which way to go. And I advise people or encourage people, to contact some financial advisor and try to get some type of written plan so you know what the plan of actions are going to be during your retirement years, which are a lot longer now than they used to be in the earlier days.
Yeah, that's another thing, longevity risk. When people were planning on retiring and then living to their 70s, well, now they're living to their mid-90s, if not longer. David, that was great information. If somebody had some questions and wanted to contact you, how would they do that?
A couple of ways, Scott. They could call our toll-free 800 number, 1-800-790-0980, or they could look up our website, Adage Financial, ADAGE Financial.com, or they could follow us on Facebook.
All right, well, David, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Scott.
Once again, my guest has been David Templeton with Adage Financial Consultants in Little Rock, Arkansas. You're watching Retirement News Today. You can find more at retirementnewstoday.com.